Welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Aunties podcast, where we keep it real, raw, and relatable while sharing our opinions, experiences, and feelings.
Ooh-wee.
Come on, people, let's go, let's go. What we talking about today, ladies?
Our goals and intentions and what we want to do for next year.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess what's your approach in even evaluating what you want for next year? How do you even start that? How do you even figure out what you really want? I'll tell
Well,
mine.
as I talked about the vision board,
Okay.
so I didn't see the importance in it before because I was more writing down my goals and following it that way. But now I'm really looking at different ways of speaking it as well as putting it into existence. So
Mhm.
I went to a couple of seminars that talked about and showed how to do vision boards. So now I want to get into making one for 2026. I got all the supplies and stuff that I need, and I plan on putting that together. So I think that's going to be my holiday
Endeavor.
downtown. Yes.
Yeah.
Putting that vision board together because when January 1st come, that's what's gonna be on my wall.
Okay. Yeah, I stay doing vision boards, but now I don't do them physically anymore. I
Mm,
just do it, electronically and just have it stored on my
okay.
phone, on my screensaver on my laptop. So it's something I see all the time. When I look at my
Right.
phone, it's a constant reminder.
So you set it as
My screensaver.
your
That's my
screensaver?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
So, yeah, I used to, as you know, used to create them, but I don't
mhm.
do the physical anymore. I used to create them and hang them in an area where I see it, but I feel like now, because sometimes you can get off course, so I need the right there in my face when I look at
Yeah. Every time that phone light up, yep.
or even my laptop when so that's one of the things. What
Yeah.
about you, Jay? How do you
Yeah.
even navigate?
So, similar, I first of all, I go back and look at the things that I put down that I wanted to do this
Mhm,
year and haven't done, or what I did do and did I do it fully and completely? Did I skip some steps? Is there something I needed to finish out that I didn't like what I
mhm,
started not finish? And if it's something I want to repeat next year, because what did it yield me this year that I want to repeat next year? So I do that first. I haven't done a vision board in a while,
mhm,
so I still have my vision board that I did before I got this house, and that was on my vision board,
mhm,
and I still have that vision board, and I look at it and I'm like, a lot of the things that was on there came to fruition, so it's something I do need to do again. I never thought about doing a digital one because I am not on my phone enough and or my computer enough to say that it's gonna be a constant reminder, so I probably would need something more physical, that
mhm,
I look at every single day. So I think I'm going to go down that path again too, but definitely looking back at what I did and or didn't do the year before, and if it's something I still want to do next year, and then
mhm.
add on the things I do wanna do in the new
Okay.
year.
I guess you can use the best of both worlds. You can still make a physical vision board, but then take a picture of it, and that'll be your screensaver.
You can do that
Yeah,
too if you wanna go through the
Mhm,
process. I mean, you can
yeah.
totally do it. I think for me, I always take mental inventory, year-end, like, as you both know. And some of the things I do or questions I ask myself is in terms of similar vein that you were talking about, Jay, but also in terms of, again, friends, people I need to be around, because some people, it could be draining, we don't have a lot of time. That's
mhm,
one thing that we cannot, store or bank.
mhm,
So I wanna make sure that I'm maximizing my time. So I always look at who poured into me this year.
Mhm.
Right? Usually doing the one that's pouring into others, but who poured into me? Who drained me? Right?
Mhm,
What habits do I need to let go of?
mhm,
Because that's gonna shape my how I'm moving into 20.
mhm.
So it'll shape, what I'm leaving in 2025, like if it's bad habits, people, mindsets, you
mhm.
know, procrastination.
Yeah, the
It'll
devil.
You said the devil? It's the devil, right?
Yeah.
But it's like those are the things that I tend to really, like, ask, the questions I ask myself, and it helps me when I really ask and answer them very open and honest.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That helps me to really be like, "Alright, I gotta this is draw the line, create these
Yeah.
boundaries," you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah. Definitely add in, like, more intentions around a lot of things, finances, health-wise. I talk about this all the time,
Mhm.
and then, I look at the year and I'm like, "Damn, the year goes by fast," right?
Mhm.
So you say you wanna do X, Y, and Z, and I'm not one to say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this January 1 of any given year." I
Mhm.
don't do the New Year's resolution nonsense or whatever have you, but I do look and say, "Okay, here in December, I'm gonna do this," and then next thing I know, it's January, February, March, and I'm like, "I said I was gonna do this in December, and here we are in March now, and I still didn't do that." So,
Mhm.
really trying not to do that anymore. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, get disciplined and do it.
facts.
So
And I think sometimes when we allow ourselves, at least for me, when we allow ourselves a specific time, like, don't have a deadline,
Mhm.
mm,
it'll go on forever. It'll go
absolutely,
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
if you allow yourself, like, "No, Imma get this done in 2 weeks," and, like, that's your focus, you'll get it done. You can easily say,
Mhm.
"No, I can't," but you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
if that's your
absolutely,
focus,
absolutely.
so really being more disciplined in that vein, and everything that you said, I already started on the health thing, so I'm still
Mhm,
on that. We ain't
mhm,
getting any younger, right? So we
Mm-mm.
got things that we need to do.
yep.
We on the other side, like I joked around the other day, right? We in the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, however you wanna look at it, but this is it, right? So
Yeah.
it's about maximizing and making sure that that 3rd or 4th quarter is the best quarter that it can possibly be. So
Be
I wanna be the version of myself that I show up in 2026. I wanna be better than what I was 2025, 2024, 2020,
Always.
forward, So constantly elevating myself, and if that means me putting myself in different rooms and getting out of my comfort zone, which is
Yeah.
what I tend to do anyway, I
Yeah,
wanna continue to do that
yep,
so that I can continue to grow and evolve and learn different things, and
yeah,
that's ultimately the intention that I have for next year. Like, so everything that you said, the financials,
Mhm.
the health, and just making sure that I'm being around the people that deserve my presence.
mhm,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, and even on some of the same paths that you're on because that's where the support comes in. That's where additional motivation, additional drives come in at because if you're still, like you said, being intentional who you're being around and who's your circle, if you're
Mhm.
still hanging around people who are not have the same type of goals and or intentions in their life, you can get pulled down
For sure.
quickly and don't even before you even realize it. So, like, at the point where, like, no is gonna hear a lot from me. I said it a lot last year, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna say even more this year because I know what my no's mean for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Other people may not be happy about it, and okay with that. Definitely
Mhm.
gonna be okay with that
Yeah.
because I know me saying no to this or to you over there 'cause I wanna get this done over here.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
And that's
and be
perfectly
okay with
fine.
be yeah, and be okay with I mean, like, I'm gonna always say, "Don't leave me off the invite," but you know what? I'm okay being left off the invite now. If you get tired of extending and you tired of hearing my no's, I can't do this or do this at that time, I'm okay.
It's perfectly fine. I
Okay.
think the
I've
people that
never had a FOMO situation, never
yeah.
had that personality. I'm okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I ain't into it. Like, I think the people that get annoyed or may feel a kind of way if you decline something or they take it personal, just weird. That's weird to me. People have
There
lives.
shouldn't be no need for it.
Yeah, everybody's got stuff going on. So I don't take it personal when someone can't
Yeah.
attend something that I invite them to. So yeah, I don't. I think for next year, I felt like I was being a little selfish this year. I feel like it's going to be another layer of that. And I'm unapologetic about it, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my
Yeah.
life. I
It
feel
is.
like, people should live their lives,
It
and that's
is.
fine, So,
Absolutely.
it'll be another extra more of that, but again, just being more intentional, less procrastination, more disciplined in certain areas, or getting back to that discipline,
Mhm.
because that's what's important, my take.
Do you think it's important to share your goals with
Mm,
the world or any and everybody? Like
mm, I think
Mhm,
it depends. Everyone isn't entitled or needs to hear your goal.
mhm,
Some people could just ask a question. You can have a goal, and it could you can be there can be a deterrent because someone merely asked you a question that then causes
mhm,
you to pause and maybe rethink everything, right?
mhm,
So, and maybe that question was innocent. They just, "Oh, how you gonna do this?" Or how you but even the mere fact that they're asking those questions can
mhm,
put a seed of doubt in you
mhm,
mhm.
that sometimes will grow, and then the
Yeah.
next thing you know, that goal that you said you was gonna do December 7th, 2025, and you thought you was gonna have it done by March 31st, 2026, you are, "Oh, I can't," because that seed of doubt has been sown. So,
mhm,
sometimes you talking to people about certain goals, you gotta be careful who you share it with.
mhm.
Um, that's one argument. The other argument would be like, well, maybe they're helping you to flesh out some of the things,
Yeah.
but it depends on how your strength, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say it depends on the goal and what role they may play in helping you succeed
Get
in that.
there.
Like,
Mhm,
for
Maybe,
instance,
yeah. They may not help you at all.
they may or may not, but it like I said, depends on what the goal is, who you're sharing it with, and what part they may play or play and may not play in succeeding that goal. So
Yeah.
if, for instance, if you have a person who likes you have a goal to work out 3 or 4 times a day a week.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know
mhm,
this person works out 3, 4 times a day a week. This is the person you wanna share that goal with because they're gonna help
Mhm.
you meet
Mhm.
that
get there.
goal,
Mhm.
right? So, certain things like that, like, it depends on what they contribute. You're not gonna go I don't wanna tell nobody my goal of doing something that's gonna make me fail at it. I want
No
it's gonna
facts.
be somebody right, that's gonna help me get to and reach my goal. So,
Mhm,
it depends on what that goal is. Again, some things I believe in certainly keeping some things to yourself because sometimes you're better working behind the scenes and sharing everything with the world, and you succeed sometimes because you have your own drive and motivation behind it, and then certain things you probably need somebody to help you, give you that little nudge every now and again. So,
Mhm.
I don't think everything needs to be shared. I think it depends on what it is.
Agreed.
yes.
I totally agree on that.
Like, if they have a level of expertise in something that you don't, you wanna go to that person, right? So
Mhm,
I agree. For those of you out there, time waits for no one. So,
mhm.
whatever that thing that you wanted to get started, put it into action. You won't know if it's gonna be a success unless you get it started.
This is the year of execution.
There you go.
people say that every year. Every year should be a year of
No, I
execution.
never used that word before, but now this is the year of execution.
For
Well, I
you.
mean, you would never use it, but I'm saying people use it, and I feel like that's something that should be constantly. You should be executing on something all the
All
time.
the time. Mhm.
All right.
I don't mean to be a down Debbie Downer, but
That's not a Debbie Downer. That's a great way to end.
Mhm.
So, execute, people. This time waits for no one. Get
Yep.
it done. Get it done.
what Key said.
Deuces.
Deuces.